So speaking of Scions, I did this podcast from my car. I have my own little studio that I duct taped together. I duct taped a Joe Booney sign to the back of my chair, and a bathroom break sign to my chair, and a flashlight to my steering wheel.
Well,
And
I'm not. What the fuck?
in the midst of this interview, it goes from daytime to nighttime, so you can barely see me. And I started coughing water up through my nose, and I shot a giant snot rocket down the side of my face in front of everybody. And the little flashlight attached to my steering wheel was a spotlight right on my nose. The only part that was lit up was a river of green pouring out of my face.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
Maybe I'll make it. Maybe when it gets released, I'll make a public comment. We'll see.
I went in there with the message of, I agree, Ian Ellis stinks. I think it worked.
They tried to divide and conquer us, and they kept kissing up to Ross and telling him to throw me under the bus.
Dude, the guy getting the most heated that none of us know, this Scott guy, he's in a rocking chair with a giant teddy bear behind him, and he's wearing a fucking homo rainbow-colored hat turned backwards, drinking some kind of fucking Bacardi ice drink.
And me and Ross were basically just ignoring this kid. He's like an Andrew Santino. But he still got furious at the idea of trashing Rogan or teasing any comedian because it's bad for the money.
So basically, all the other comedians that were there were kind of wearing like costumes, like they were all dressed up like pro wrestlers. Well, you got Lewis had the fucking 80s porn star look, and then Zach Amico looks like a CKY character, and then Andrew Santino's cousin was there, dressed up as a homosexual.
Well, we called him out too because if you made one joke about one guy like Scott, then Zach would be like, "Oh, well, look at you," and we were like, "Why are you fucking white knighting for him? He can't handle himself." Zach was in Zach. I like him, but he was an easy mark. He shut right the fuck up.
We tried several times to get them to like relax and just get into a flow of ball breaking, and they were so uptight that they were like having panic attacks and trying to shut down the conversation.
He said that you
have. Go ahead. Yeah, I want to.
He just, from what it sounds like he said that you could be doing better things with your time, like getting pussy. I'm not saying that he's saying that. Those aren't words that I just made up. He's saying that you could be getting pussy, but instead of doing allegedly, but instead of doing that, you would rather come to a Discord and try to criticize it negatively, son. You know what I mean? Is that what you're saying?
Are you saying that Discord is more suited to a 47-year-old than a 26-year-old?
It's way more suited to a 47-year-old than a 26-year-old who allegedly should be getting more pussy.
You realize this is like a gaming platform, right?
Do you even play, bro?
Do you?
Dude, my Raid Shadow Legends is popping. All right, I'm the number one.
Dude, I still can't understand a fucking word you say. Like, can you get the dick out of your mouth, bro?
The dick's not bothering me.
Son, I need you to focus, okay? I am the king of Flappy Bird. All right, my score on Snakes and Spiders is legendary, son. I game for cash. Yeah, I make millions. I make stacks off those Snakes and Spiders. And you have the audacity to come in here talking about a gaming app? I am the gamer. All right, what have you done?
You're talking about Flappy Bird?
I want to find out what Rev Dog's stance is on all this. What is your grievance with this man here?
He sucks, dude.
What do you mean sucks? How does he suck? What do you mean?
Like, I can't even understand the fucking game.
Okay, maybe he could enunciate a little better, but that's not the biggest crime in the world. What else? Go.
I don't think he likes Joe Booney.
You don't.
Let me ask you a question, because we're all about the ratings. What could we do to please you? What is like a good ideal show look like to you?
Who should
we be like?
Ian's known to me for a long time, but
Would you stop saying weird
I
stuff?
think
like
I
we're
had
emotional
proper
stuff like
fucking
that?
criticism of this show, and I think it
Yo,
sucked, and I think
Rev.
this microphone sucks. I
Rev,
don't really think
Rev,
you
Rev,
can
Rev.
much. What?
Rev,
What?
you've been
What?
given you've been getting open, and we've been passing you the ball, but your jump shots have been missing. Do you get the analogy I'm making right now?
Shot after shot.
It's been about 4 shots.
Lobby son.
So what I'd like
Gatorade?
to do is set up a layup for you. How can the show be better? Go.
Ian, get a fucking microphone. CEO, stop being a bitch and flaking out.
Oh, CEO, he's a bitch.
Yeah, I
There you
agree
go.
with you there.
That's a start.
Theo is a bitch. He's bitch made. Can't even handle a full 2-hour show.
True, but real talk, who isn't bitch made? That's the real
I
question.
mean, he must be running low on Parazepam. His courage, his little bottle of courage must be running out. Can't get down to the corner store because of the flu.
CEO really did come in like a fool's hype beast. He just goes, "Yeah, I'm just here for the Joe Booty coverage. Don't sell me nothing else. I don't want no add-ons, no buy one get."
That's a classic Jamaican standard.
Right. Well, I mean, but hip hop was the same thing. It was suck my dick and this, that, and the other.
Sure.
It was, and so in order to not be, and I'm talking about myself personally, in order for me not to be homophobic, you got to put some work in to not be homophobic, because
Gay.
I absolutely have.
What are you defining homophobic
So
as?
gay.
Like, do you mean by homophobic
Well, you could pause.
prejudice against people who are gay?
Oh my
or do
God!
you
Did you see Mexico's eyes? They're about to pop out of his head.
Look at Dante's straining face. He's listening real hard with his ear that doesn't have a bone in it.
The other headphone doesn't fit properly on his ears, so he can't hear out of it
That's my favorite part is how it rides up on his
because his dumb bone.
He's talking about this old Mr. Magoo ass looking motherfucker is talking about how he had to learn to not be homophobic, but he could not look more like a Florida queen if he tried.
Well, he did work in
I'm
gay
a-
strip clubs when he was young, right? Gay strip clubs, right, CEO?
Well, he claims he never did.
Oh,
He looks like he just blew a dude. That's right.
Yeah.
When I go, you were a male stripper for 10 years, and you never, just think about
guys
that
were
for a
off the
second.
radar the whole time.
Did he
No
wash
way.
his shirt in
Yeah.
a highlighter and piss?
Female strippers always get with girls at some point. They're not fucking dudes.
That's true. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being
Come
first
on, man.
off?
It's got to be like he's in the back doing coke. Some dude comes back there and wants to fuck him. You know what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah, Kitty. You thought
Well,
about this.
apparently that never happened, Kenny. According to, if you listen to Dante,
According to him.
I prefer to believe. What
He
about
looks
this?
like a yellow
Here's
sock
what I
with a
don't
hole
like.
in it.
Here's what I don't like. Here's what I don't like. I'll tell you something that happened to me recently.
Yeah.
So, over the last week, I've been talking to this girl, and from online and all that shit. And here's the thing that I'll tell you what happened. She finally sends me a message, and it says, "I got a confession I have to tell you." I'm like, "Oh shit, this isn't good."
She's a
And
Dante
it goes,
fan.
Here's the thing. She was a little butch looking, and I'm like, my brain was like, this has got to be. And then the confession is, it is in transition. I'm like, that happens to just regular people.
Damn,
Regular
CEO.
people.
CEO had fucking phone sex with a dude. Haha.
CEO
It wasn't. Well, we didn't have phone sex, but I'm saying. So I broke it immediately. Delete block number. You, and it.
because of the community, or are you gonna be honest for the sake of your audience?
I'm honest for the sake of my audience. Last week I did a bit about how retard is like, people say it's like the N-word for the mentally disabled community, but they haven't appropriated it like the black culture has appropriated the N-word. So some black retarded guys come over to each other like, what up, my retard?
So here's the joke. Here's the joke I would have done. They say it's the N-word for retarded people. The N-word is also the N-word for retarded people.
Yeah,
they also don't like being called that.
That's a great bit, yeah.
Don't call 50 Tyson that.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah. But you know what? To answer your question, I'm not going to quit stand-up. I love doing stand-up. And, you know, I know everyone in there is a piece of shit.
Well, so, you know, the lifestyle looks very attractive when you're young. The idea of going on the road and banging random chicks and being like a brooding drunk.
I'm not for that. I am in it for getting drunk. I'm not in it for going on the road and banging chicks. I'm in it for being a local stand-up that can make money in his hometown. Which I know is like, you guys are all going to call me faggots for that. Go ahead.
No, the integrity is dripping off the walls.
So you intend to be a big fish in a small pond. And you're just going to be like the roux of the roost.
Uh-oh.
He's a feisty one.
Your Discord is like a lonely little island in the ocean.
I have Zawazuki in it.
Discord. Moisty can go fucking.
Then why do you have Zawazuki in your Discord? Why do you have him in there?
Population 1. Of all the people. You can't.
If Moisty was deleted tomorrow, I would honestly like thank God. Like
What's that? Will Smith movie? He's the only guy left looking for cures for disease.
You probably
He's basically that guy.
Trash.
He really is. That's the same thing you'd say about RDA though. It's because you're not welcome there.
Oh, I'm not.
You get shit on, and nobody likes you there anymore. Just like nobody in RDA likes you.
Are you thinking
Ross doesn't like you.
As soon as somebody else joins, you'll get rid of him. But as long
saying,
as
Rev.
he's the only one he can hang.
Rev, would it be okay if I showed up at your front door unannounced with a whole gang of pedophile friends with me that I badly checked?
I mean, Rev, there's a guy named ASMR guy out there who's annoying as shit, and he doesn't like you.
Travis, you should hook him up with Veggie.
Not good.
I should. He really is Ben Ashworth, and Veggie though, he would make a good Veggie. You could get laid with Veggie, dude. You guys could be tag teaming some 15-year-olds, dude. You'd love that, right, Rev?
Say Benji is a pedo also.
Now I'm a pedophile.
Veggie is a pedophile. It's been known. Read the chat. The chat does not lie. Respect the chat, Rev. The chat is saying you are a pedophile. Multiple
You're the
people.
Pied
You are
Piper
now a
of
pedophile.
pedophiles, leading the gang around.
It's like
That's
you're
a big
driving
job.
Epstein's minivan. Like you didn't fuck the kids, but you're driving them to the door.
Rev, I just want to say, I got to get back to work, guys. I hope I made everyone's day a little bit better. Rev, I hope I made your day better.
Later, Helen.
Enjoy
Bye,
your
guys.
rest